Assalamu alaikum. Hello Mrs. Tarrant and class.
Hi.
I have come at the invitation of these lovely girls to come and talk to you about Islam. Islam was first established when Muhammad, a man from Mecca, had a vision from Allah, the God of Islam. In the vision, the angel Gabriel told Muhammad he had been chosen as a messenger of God. Muhammad drew followers, who referred to him as the Prophet, and the religion was born. Muslims, those of the Islamic religion, follow Sharia law set out in the Quran, and these laws are found in 5 practices known as the 5 pillars of Islam.
Wow. That's fascinating. Can you tell us more about the 5 pillars?
The first pillar is a declaration of faith, known as Shahada. At least once in life, every Muslim must voice her or his belief in the uniqueness of Allah as the only God and the status of Muhammad as Allah's final prophet. Although this declaration is simple, it must be made sincerely and with full knowledge of what it implies. This is the first and foundational pillar of Islam. It is the beginning of God's Sharia, His law leading to life.
And what about the second pillar? I've heard it is to do with prayer. Could you tell us about that?
The second pillar is daily prayer, known as Salat. Muslims are required to offer ritualized, communal prayers to Allah, and these take place 5 times each day. One of the most important prayers is a recitation of the opening paragraphs of the Quran. Before each time of prayer, Muslims must also perform a cleansing ritual to prepare them to approach God, and at the conclusion of prayers they say the declaration of faith.
Do tell us more. What about the third pillar?
The third pillar of Islam is a tax for the poor, known as the zakat, an act of worship towards God and an act of kindness toward fellow Muslims. The zakat is calculated as an annual tax of approximately 2.5% of a person's total wealth, used for the relief of the poor and orphans, a reward for volunteers in jihad war and the spread of Islam throughout the world.
Wow. I don't think any other religion has anything quite like that in its laws.
The fourth pillar is fasting as a sign of self-purification, or Sawm. The fasting is symbolic of repentance which takes place during Ramadan. It is said that all Muslim people abstain from food, drink and sexual activities from dawn until sundown. This is supported by the Quran in Al-Baqarah 2:183, which states that observing as Sawm is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, that you may become al-muttaqun, who are the pious. It teaches Islam principles of sincere love, the virtue of dedication to Allah and patience.
That is truly dedicated. And the last pillar? What is that?
The fifth pillar of Islam is Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Whilst it may seem a little strange, it is one of the great pinnacles of a Muslim's life, indeed, a celebration of their faith, which must be made at least once in the life of a Muslim adult. Hajj consists of a series of rituals that deepens their commitment to submit to Allah. This pillar demonstrates the centrality of imitating the example of the Prophet Muhammad to the Islamic faith.
Wow. That is a truly unique characteristic of the Islamic faith. I have learned so much. I understand why they are the 5 pillars of the Islamic faith and Sharia law now. Without them, Islam wouldn't be the religion it is. Thank you so much for coming in to talk to us about Islam.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.